What will still be valuable when AI does everything? And how can you create what Warren Buffett calls a moat around your business in the age of AI? And this is something that has been on my mind lately because over the last 4 years or so, starting and running my agency, helping over 30 companies now, grow and scale by automating marketing, sales, and their operations. I have now distilled it into three things that will help your company stay ahead of the competition. How can you create an edge and a moat around your business? And that is distribution, trust, and feedback loops. And let me just go through them one by one. And the reason why this is important is that, AI is moving so fast and we have never seen technological innovation like this before. And if you are using AI right now, hopefully you're getting a meaningful return on investment on the AI that you're implementing. Because if you do AI right, like you will see 10, 20, 30x returns, on the money that you put in. But obviously, like this will not stay forever. Like you maybe have 6 or 12 months, ahead of you where you can actually have an advantage implementing AI into your business, but eventually everyone will get it. This technology will be democratized to everyone. So how can you then have a moat? And the first one is distribution. And the best example is that today I could cook up this weekend right now. It's Saturday morning right now. I could cook up with Claude a replica of Netflix. I could copy whole Netflix. I could essentially get all of their content, but I would not make any money out of it. And the reason is distribution. Netflix have hundreds of millions of users already, so that when they create content, they can immediately push it out to their users. They have the whole infrastructure there. But me, creating a replica, why would people go to me? So distribution is key, and this is one of the reasons I make these videos. I think that creating a social media brand is one of the best ways to actually start creating that distribution. Because in the future, the competition will also get harder and harder. And I'm just thinking, in a couple of years when, you will not be able to tell if a video is AI or not. Who will then be able to succeed? Well, unfortunately, it's the people who already have a brand, right? Because in the future, if I now start creating my brand, and in 2 years from now, everyone can essentially do the same content as me. They clone a replica and they essentially create the exact same content that I'm doing right now. Who will win then? Well, if I have like 10 times more, followers and distribution, I will essentially be able to use the exact same technology as them. And then, the bigger ones get bigger and everyone else essentially falls behind. Because if they can grow by, if they can grow 10 times by using AI, then I can do the same thing. And obviously, I think that for a lot of people, you would rather go to someone who has like 10x or 100x more distribution, subscribers, likes, whatever, than someone who's just starting out. That's just sort of social proof and human nature that we want to go after and listen to people who are already successful. And it's not about the information, because information has already been free since the internet. So it's not about the information itself. And that's also why I make these videos very sort of raw, unedited. And I'm not cutting out my mistakes and stuff, because trust is the second pillar, right? So distribution is one, but trust is the other sort of pillar on how you can stay ahead. And the reason trust is so important is that you see so much AI slop out there. Like even now on YouTube, it might be that you're actually following a couple of creators that you think are human, but are actually AI. AI is getting really good. But hopefully, based on this video and my mistakes and everything, you realize that I'm not AI. And these videos will never be AI. Like I make these videos because there's so much AI slop out there. There's so much bad information out there. And I just want to take all of the shiny, cool stuff that sounds good on paper, but actually doesn't make you money. I want to distill it into the actually 80-20 sort of principles. Like what are the actual things that moves your business forward? Like how can we actually implement AI to get a measurable return on investment? That's why I make these videos. And I want to build trust with these videos, because this also works like a funnel for me. And I think that this is a great example of why trust really works, is that, who to trust, like trust is at an all-time low. If you think about like humanity as a whole, like people don't trust each other anymore. And building that takes a lot of effort, but once you have it, it's a huge advantage over other people who are sort of like just selling the same thing. And I think like if you want another example, it would be like healthcare or finance, where the stakes are really high. And also here, like talking about AI, like the stakes are high, right? Like business is the most competitive game, and it's an infinite game. So obviously, like you don't want to make the wrong decisions with AI, with healthcare, with finance, and that's why like you want to really trust the people you're working with. Because for example, in healthcare, it doesn't matter if the service is a little bit slower or a little bit more ineffective. Like you want to make sure that you get the healthcare you need, because a mistake in healthcare that could cost your life. So that's the sort of reason why trust is so important. So distribution, trust, and the last one is feedback loops. And with feedback loops, I just mean that you are able to use your data that you have right now and your process right now to innovate, to make them more efficient, and to sort of get that sort of niche domain expertise. And the best example is, so it's essentially like getting a moat by innovating faster than others, you know? And Elon Musk is the best example of this. Like, what is Elon Musk's moat really? What is it really? Like, people are definitely copying him. He's usually not doing... Like, I mean, he's disrupting fields and he's coming up with crazy stuff. Like, first, like what he's doing, like in space, and now his plans of like colonizing Mars, putting data centers in space. That's insane stuff, right? And credits to him, man. Like, he is like the most innovative person through human history. And but his moat is really just, you know, he's just innovating faster than anyone else. And it's like, I would not want to compete against that guy, because he never stops, and he takes all the data, he takes all the feedback loops, and he just innovates. He's faster at learning than everyone else. And I mean, that is just a sign of intelligence, right? He's just more intelligent at like structuring things and innovating. So that's what I mean by feedback loops. So I think that of all of these three, distribution, trust, and feedback loops, or innovation, the hardest one is definitely the innovation part. Like, at least for me, I'm not as smart as Elon Musk. Like, I'm not shooting up rockets into space and landing them like with a hand or whatever he did last year. Or I'm not that smart, all right? My oven doesn't run that hot. But creating trust and distribution, that is something I'm really good at, right? Like, my background is in sales and marketing, so I'm really good at sort of getting people to trust me, and then helping them sort of get more distribution, helping them sell more, and sort of understand the game of business. That's what I'm good at, and that's what I'm focusing on. And that is why I'm creating these videos as well, because this is a fantastic way to get distribution. Like, through these videos, I can actually find people who are like-minded, who want a measurable return on their AI spend, right? And that way, I can find people who I can then help, you know, to scale their business and stuff. So this is a beautiful sort of business model, and this is a beautiful way to sort of create that distribution. But it's not going to be here for long. So you got to find your ways to create distribution, create trust, and innovate as well. And obviously, innovation is important. Like, you need to stay on top of the trends, and that's what I help with as well. So if you want my help, there is a link in the description. We can take a discovery call. We can take a look at your processes and how can you build on these three moats in the future as well. And if you aren't using AI in your business right now, we would definitely start there, because, I mean, still, as I said, for 6 to 12 months going forward, you can make a lot of money. You can grow your business a lot by implementing AI. And then at the same time, with your saved time and with more resources, you can start building that trust. You can start gathering more data, which will improve on your feedback loops in the future. And you can start building that distribution from there as well. And that's sort of what I help with. So if that's interesting to you, you can click the link in the description, book a discovery call. We can see if I can help you get a 10 to 20x return on your AI spend. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching. I will keep on posting these videos that are valuable for you. You can comment down below if there's a particular topic you would want to go through, and I'll make sure to make a video on it. I do these videos just to be useful to you. I want to be useful to the world. So have a great and a wonderful rest of your day. Goodbye. Bye-bye.